Hello, this is Pigsy doing a video. Just driving out of Henley, done my yoga, and there's some stuff I kind of learnt while I was meditating. Now I know there's three realms of consciousness. There's one in kind of darkness. There's one where you're in yourself. So your waking state, your sensory state, this reality that you see around you. And then there's this other state that might be considered a higher state, where you dream. So I think one is quite very interesting, but they're not higher or lower states of consciousness. They're just different types. And so, for example, the void is very much about the vibration. That's why there's no light there. It's about sound and frequency. So if you're picking up on that, like you're having ringing in the ears and stuff, you may be picking up from this realm a lot of energy. Just tuning in, maybe tuning into that ringing. I take ringing in the ears can be quite annoying, but you can focus and tune into it a bit more. So it has a lot to offer you if you can tune into it. That's the thing. We have illusionary consciousness in that we believe we know things and have fixed points of beliefs and references. So to explain that more clearer, that we might believe. Somebody might believe that the sun goes round the earth, and somebody might think the earth goes around the sun, but they're kind of fixed beliefs. Some might believe it's just a construct of a matrix, so therefore what goes around who doesn't really matter, because it serves a purpose of creating a reality. You don't pick apart a computer simulation. You accept it as a simulation, but you could do if you're a programmer. So it's a perspective. Somebody could say, "Oh, the graphics is dodgy there," and somebody said, "Well, it feels pretty good," and so it creates that kind of way of believing in things, I guess. So that's into the vibration. The other one's into light. People obsess about light. But whether you go into darkness or light doesn't really matter. I think you need to have an understanding. It's what you bring into that dimension is the issue. Some people are afraid of passing into other places, and so the shadow realm has a lot to offer. It's not a place where evil hangs out and stuff. It's just a different place, really. And there's also a deeper understanding of what we understand to be found in the light and the dark. One, you may see images, but you're still drawing from the darkness, so you wouldn't hear anything. Like, for instance, you're born from darkness. Your body, inside your body's dark. On the outside, the light there, it does have its own light source, basically like infrared. So it's a combination of the two. And in order to exist, they need to have a prison. So the consciousness has to form a structure. Otherwise, because they separate, magnetism and light don't need to exist, or electric, they don't need to exist in the same place. They can just exist in parallels. Having an attraction to each other doesn't necessarily mean they are bound by each other. And so there's a deeper consciousness and understanding. So I was looking at some Callie as well, Madame Callie. She demonstrated that she's a shapeshifter of a consciousness, really. She exists in a kind of formless state as well. So people should get too caught up with the idea of this particular person. She showed herself in a kind of Medusa form. The hair turned into snakes, and then she allowed my consciousness to mould her. So the snake's just turned into red hair. She had red hair, black eyes, and she was blue body. She was very much like the character from the X-Men, Mirage, I think her name is. And yeah, so it's just that kind of shape-shifting quality. So it's a more deeper understanding, and so the reality we exist in is, I guess, a consciousness is like vehicles we travel around in. I was trying to figure out when I've woken up from darkness, I don't remember dreaming. But I think I've found like I'm a larger entity that's shrunk down into my body, because the whole room seems to be conscious of this dark space within the size of the room, and then just coming down to the fixed point of focusing. It's like a mist travelling into one form, just kind of shrinking back into something. So yeah, it's all really deep and spiritual. But mainly the thing I got is that they exist in parallels, not to think of lower realms, higher realms. We sometimes do because of what they have to offer. That comes back to illusionary perception of what reality is. Like rest, you could attain a higher knowledge, you could more rest your mind. There's less obstacles for sort of this yogic transmission and learning a deeper understanding. So it's quite good like that. So I'm learning a lot more. I think I'm going to have to go on one of these yoga retreats, see if it's more powerful, you get a whole group of people, and see what kind of people go to meditate as well. And also trying to letting go of illusions. So understand illusions exist to support your consciousness, but not be so caught up with them that they control you. Like if you're always focused on time could seem shorter and longer at a conscious level. If you're staring at a clock and you're thinking about it, meditating on the clock basically, teaching your body, your mind to meditate on a big time on the clock. And sometimes the more you meditate on time, the slower it goes. Well, you may exist outside of time in what you realise it to be. So when you're at work and it seems like the clock's going really slow, maybe it is. It's not as simple as it appears to be. How time is. I mean, I know it's distorted by gravity, so gravity can vary a bit. So that hour might feel longer because it is, and the next hour will be shorter because of where your mind is. I mean, sometimes with tasks I told meditate, or why you do, I don't meditate, I daydream. If you're kind of repetitive tasks, so you're in a kind of mixture of being there mentally and spiritually being somewhere else. But what reality tries to do is compound you into having this mind, this body-mind mentality, so that you're only thinking about a task, and actually you're not really using these higher parts of your consciousness, you're trying to deny them. And so you have to do stuff outside of work to compensate for it. But sometimes that's why boring, monotonous jobs, the best you can do to zhuzh them up would be to be able to do them and be partially in a dream state. And when you're in the kind of the other state where there's kind of in the void, your mind is blank. It feels blank, but there's a lot going on. Sort of echoes of thoughts and energy existing into other sort of realms. And I try to connect with my different centres in the body, so your chakras, right? And I know the third eye would be in this kind of, it operates so that you see things in this light spectrum. It's very much, even though it's something you need, I guess it's between the realms, because you need light to light stimulates certain hormones, but also you need darkness as well to make your melatonin, and that's made in the brain. So maybe it's a bit of 50-50. It's like the heart. You sense where the heart is. The heart feels, but the heart is actually more superior than the thinking part of the mind. It kind of exists in a higher state because it has a sensation of feelings around things. And feelings can come from experience. They can come from a deeper intuition. And then there's the lower realm, or as they say, or the shadow realm, or whatever frequency. It seems to be in the gut. That's what I was thinking, but it might be not. It may even be more complicated than I realise. There's vessels of consciousness that contribute to a overall being. That's me in this case, but it may be the same for the consciousness of the universe. What we are is what the universe is, so the universe maybe will split up into a bit more of a complicated streams of consciousness, into realms of being. Anyway, I guess this is Pixie signing off, and I will speak to you soon.